Welcome to my live day trading session. My goal is to pass a PropFirm challenge, and right now I'm training for exactly this result. I had a little trading break for 2 months in December, January and part of February, and then I started practicing again. First just with simulating trades and setups, and now I'm starting trading small amounts of money live with real market conditions, and I want to take you with me on this journey. I want to show you what I'm doing here. I'm using the TRN Trading system to find setups, to find signals, and I will show you step by step what I do here in the markets, how I find setups. I will track my performance as well, and I will share everything with you. So let's get started. Let's dive right into the charts. So right now we're starting into the opening range. The US market just opened, and this is the time where the big players start trading as well. So volatility comes in. As you can see right now, BTC already dumping. It's interesting. But before we start looking for setups, I want to take a look on the daily chart, because we are working with a daily bias, and this is always the first step. And here in this case, I can see the previous day is interesting for us, and it was a consolidation day with this small body. So no clear bullish bias. The trend bars pro indicator I'm using here displays the trend with red candles and green candles for uptrend, and they're still in the red. Still red candles, which means we still didn't switch to uptrend. So it's a kind of mixed daily bias. I think the current week high here is definitely a magnet, but as we had a consolidation yesterday, it's possible that we instead take out the current day low, and maybe even if we take out the current week high, it will be interesting to see what happens afterwards, because if we get a bearish reversal directly afterwards, then I would even look for shorts. But at least we closed above the Tuesday's candle yesterday, which is a little sign of bullish momentum. So I'm starting this session with a slightly bullish bias. And yeah, I'm trading Bitcoin, Ethereum and Solana. And the same goes for the other assets. We will take a look at the daily charts here as well. So we have the same pattern in this case. We had this consolidation pattern yesterday. So same analysis. This is the magnet, the current week high. Yeah, it's still the current week high. And let's see, maybe afterwards we could get a reversal. And I have a slightly bullish bias also here on Ethereum and Solana. Same thing, honestly. Yesterday, consolidation candle, current week high still in the game. Slightly bullish for me because this is a magnet, but it's just a slightly bullish bias. So if I get a strong short signal, maybe after we took out the current week high, then I will probably trade it as well. And in general, this was a tough week so far. If you look at the candles, these 3 candles, consolidation, also on Bitcoin, more like consolidation. And yeah, this is honestly the most tough part to trade when there's not a clear trend on the daily, but still the strategy works also on this during these conditions. So let's go down to the 5-minute charts, because there we are looking for signals. And yeah, first of all, typically, honestly, the opening range, the US session opened and instantly volatility came in, as you can see here with this big blue reversal bar. And yeah, we're starting the opening range like this. By the way, the opening range gets displayed by the opening range pro indicator. It's a very helpful tool to just see the range, the opening range high and the opening range low, and also the other sessions like the European session or the Asian session as well. So, but let's keep concentrated, because honestly, This is, it's not a real signal. I thought it would be a nice pullback to the European session, but honestly, with this candle in between where we started a fake breakout, this is too much noise. So there's no clean level for a pullback here, I guess. I would not trade this. So let's take a look. Maybe we get something here on Ethereum or Solana. One important thing we need to do first before we start trading is to take a look at the news events today. Give me a little refresh. We have Thursday. And there is unemployment claims. Okay, it's European time zone. I see GMT +1. It's okay. So I'm sitting in Germany here. Yeah, 1:30 is already over, so nothing special for us here. No news that will have much of an impact on the crypto market. Ethereum with a pullback took out this low. This was a liquidity sweep. Maybe not the perfect one, but this bullish signal here isn't too bad. But now we already took out this high right here. So, and this could be the next liquidity grab if we take the liquidity up here and then reverse. So I'm cautious here. Same pattern here on Solana. Took out the high. And by the way, in the Trend Bars Pro indicator, displays also the signals we're using in this system, like this bullish reversal bar. So if we get, for example, a liquidity grab, like this one here, and then a bullish reversal bar, it's a signal that we could trade. But the conditions have to match everything. So this is not a valid signal for my taste. It's a nice pullback, but we're struggling right at this resistance right now. And therefore, I will not enter a trade here. We have a nice uptrend here. Definitely on the 5-minute chart. If we get an entry during this uptrend, we could continue up higher. But the only tradable signal is here on Ethereum. And there's also no target. We have the current week high. It's so near. So even if I enter a trade here, and let's draw it into the charts here, and then place my stop below, then I will still, yeah, this is nothing. Risk-reward ratio of 0.86. This is not possible. We need at least a risk-reward ratio of 2 for this. Maybe we get a breakout of the opening range. Something like this right here. This pullback and then higher. This would be the moment where I look for long entries. Yeah, BTC is coming from an uptrend here as well. So this uptrend could continue. But for a signal, we need some more. Maybe a breakout above the opening range. Then a pullback. Same here on Ethereum. And Solana looks a bit weaker. We had this liquidity grab here. Now we're even printing a down signal, but in this strong uptrend, I'm not convinced to enter a short trade here. This whole thing is a range. We had this downtrend, okay, but now we are in an ongoing uptrend, and I always like to follow trends, so I would not trade this. By the way, you might be confused about these candles that you can see here beside the chart. This is also the Trend Bars Pro indicator. It displays candles from a higher time frame on your chart. This is the 50-minute chart, the 1-hour chart, and the 4-hour chart. Because sometimes I get signals here on higher time frames that give me a further perspective on what's happening on lower time frames. Or maybe it's can even be the reason why I'm not entering a trade, because I see a down signal on higher time frames, and on the lower time frame it's a strong bullish signal, then I would not do it. A very helpful indicator. Honestly, the Trend Bars Pro are the heart of the base of the whole TRN trading system. It's nearly impossible to use it without the Trend Bars Pro. It's a candlestick pattern algorithm behind this that computes the trend up and down in red. And these signals are based on candlestick patterns. And yeah, there's a lot of research out there regarding candlestick patterns. They have a real statistic advantage. There's a nice website, the pattern site. If you want to dive into some research about candlestick patterns, this is the perfect place for you. So yeah, and this is the reason, this research, especially the research from Bukowski, is the reason why we built the algorithm like this, based on candlestick patterns, which have a very high probability when they are combined with further market conditions. And you can also see all these levels here, right? The previous day high, for example, PDH, the current London high, the current daily high. All these levels are displayed by the price action suit indicator. It has a lot more features that are really great, but for this strategy we only need the levels because these are areas of liquidity, perfect for targets in general. You see, I'm happy that I didn't take this long trade here. It was the right decision. We're already going down again. And there even was a down signal here on Solana. That this uptrend here looks too strong for my perspective, and we have so much levels above us. I cannot take a short here, even if we're going down now. But it's not the time. By the way, I'm only trading the first 2 hours of after market open. I have a lot of other things to do. I like trading, honestly, I like it, but for me 2 hours per day are enough. And I'm not even trading every day in a week. Maybe 2 or 3 days. Let's see how much time I got. But my goal is to trade just 2 hours a day. Maybe after the 2 hours, if a trade is open, I will let it run, depending on the market context. But that's basically it. I know some traders like to trade 8 hours, extended sessions. Okay. And I don't even think that the outcome has to be better just because you're trading 8 hours instead of 2. I think 2 hours are enough. You have enough break capacity for 2 hours. You're not getting exhausted so fast. So I think it's a good approach. So okay, interesting. This is liquidity sweep here on Solana. If we get an up signal here after this liquidity grab, then it could get interesting. But we still need a target, a real target. It's also a bit difficult because the targets are so near the previous day high. Volatility is here. Buyers are taking over again. Strong pin bar. But there wasn't a clean level. This should have been a liquidity grab in the best case with this wick a bit lower. Yeah, like this here. And then a bounce off. This would have been perfect. In this case, I cannot trade this. But let's see, maybe here on Solana, there we have this liquidity grab right here. And we just need to close above this candle. Then we have something like this here. You see it's a Morningstar pattern. We also get the Morningstar pattern here on Ethereum. I know Solana is the weakest symbol right now. It's not my favorite choice for a long, but I need a clean signal. That's the more important condition. And Ethereum and Bitcoin, there is no clean signal right now. So we're printing this Morningstar in the middle of nowhere. No liquidity sweep, no interesting level got taken out. We have too many targets right above us, so hard to get a good risk-reward ratio. I don't think that's it. Yeah, it can be boring. But I like it on the 5-minute chart, honestly. You get not too many signals, but for me, 2 to 3 trades per day are perfect. Even if I get just one trade, it's fine. I'm not pushing it. It's completely enough. Okay, as we have some time. This is already my third trading day. My fourth trading day, sorry. And also the day where I started recording. I wanted to get a bit familiar with everything. That's why I'm starting now. And you can see within the last 3 trading days, I had a win rate of 42, nearly 43%. That's not too much, but I'm in profit with 1.57 hour after 7 trades. And that's completely fine for me, honestly. 1.5% in profit, even if I close the week like this. It's my first week doing this with real live market conditions, so I would be fine with it. So I will not push anything here. If I'm staying flat, if I don't make any trade today, then yeah, it is how it is. But it would be very nice to be being able to show you some signals, honestly. I need to be cautious because I want to trade. I want a signal because I want to show you something. It's a bit boring if I don't get a trade. I cannot show you anything. But at the same time, I'm not allowed to trade like this. I can only trade real clean signals, A+ setups. I'm not allowed to trade just because I want to show you something. It's dangerous. It's dangerous because it's in my mind. I want to show you a signal. I want to show you a trade. Let's see if I fuck up. Bitcoin is going down again. That's quite nice. I want us to grab the liquidity below this higher low, please. Yeah, the current London low, is it? By the way, it's a good idea to take a look at the previous sessions as well. This is the Asian session. Yeah, the opening range pro indicator is displaying the opening range right here. So the range, yeah. And they're lined up, as you can see. Asian, London, and then US. Oh, I'm wrong. This is Asian. This is Asian. And this is London. They're lined up. I cannot see a clean trend. So as we got a breakdown below the Asian session, then recovered a bit, then started the uptrend and continued the uptrend during the European session. But in the end, I would like to follow the trend. So as we have this uptrend, I would really like to trade along signals. Maybe one on Solana. Here's another try. Another pin bar. Bitcoin again. Didn't take out this level. That's not good. Liquidity is still there. My plan is honestly to do this for, well, let's say 3 to 4 weeks. And then to start a PropFirm challenge and to take you with me on this journey. When I'm starting the PropFirm challenge, I will share every trade with you. But I want to be prepared perfectly. That's why I'm starting trading just with small amounts, but still under real market conditions and with real money. This is as close as I can get. By the way, right now I'm just using Excel to track my performance. And that's fine for this beginning, but later I will use TradeZella because this is way more effective and easy. But as I'm just practicing here, it's completely fine. And honestly, TradeZella costs money. If you are starting this journey and you don't have funds in the background and you want to save money in the beginning, then this is completely fine to track your performance. You don't need to buy TradeZella. Here it comes. The signal on Solana. Yeah, let's see if we close with this Morningstar pattern. You can see the blue bar here. This is the sign that we're about to confirm a Morningstar pattern here. Let me check the risk reward ratio. If we close like this, this could be a target, but we need to be very clear about what happens here at this level as well. We need at least 2 hours, so I would target this maybe. The previous day high. It's still a magnet. It's a good level. But right now I'm just observing. I'm not entering this trade here. You might think Ethereum and Bitcoin is stronger than Solana. That's right. But in the same time, you can see that Solana already took the liquidity below here and is now prepared to move upwards, while BTC and Ethereum still need to grab this liquidity. And that's a sign that it's possible that Solana will catch up. Let's see. It really looks like I could get an entry here. And in this case, I would place a limit order probably because I don't get a good risk reward ratio otherwise. So stop loss always below the low, previous low. And then I would target the previous day high. Get something like this, maybe. Oops. Yeah, and then 2 risk reward ratio. He's running away. Oh no. Damn. That's a bit too low for my taste. Tough market this week overall. I mean, current week high. I can also target the current week high. I can do this. So then I get a good risk reward ratio. But there are a lot of levels I need to check what happens there then. If we get a reversal at maybe the previous day high, then I need to close my trade manually. That's why I need to stay on the charts for these 2 hours, definitely. Then I can do such a trade if I stay on the charts, otherwise not. but I think I will do it. Yeah, I will give it a try. If we close with this bullish reversal bar with this Morningstar pattern, the blue bar right here, then I will do it. Okay, here we go. Am I already in? This was not my entry, sorry. I'm always entering in the middle of the signal bar. So this would be my entry here. Still not triggered. I think the middle's a bit higher. Like this. It's not science here, right? We want a good entry with a good risk reward ratio. That's it. That's why I'm using this entry. And if I don't get an entry, okay, it is how it is. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum is about to break out above here, above all these levels, about the current week high. If we do this, the way is free. Something like this, break out above, pull back, and then I would really like to take a long position. So it's fine. No. Are we in? It's close. Very close. I don't think we're in. Maybe. Well, honestly, my limit order wasn't triggered so far. We're not in. This time, I guess. I think we didn't talk about the swing suit so far. Yeah. The swing suit is the one that displays these lows, highs. Yeah, the market structure with higher highs, higher lows, and uptrend, for example, for you. And also it displays these resistance lines and the support lines. And it's a very unique swing detection algorithm behind it that detects these swings in real time. It's very special. The only indicator with this accuracy regarding swing detection. It's too sad that Bitcoin didn't take out this level. It would have been such a nice signal here. You could have targeted the previous day high. Damn. Ethereum looks really interesting. We are near the current week high. And as I already said, I want to see the breakout. If we get the breakout above this level, pull back, that would be perfect. I would really like to take along there. And we will get this level today. We're so close. I would really be surprised when if we're not taking out this level, if Ethereum is not grabbing all this liquidity here. I think Ethereum will make it today. Strongest symbol so far as well. As you can see, Bitcoin didn't even reach the current day high. And Ethereum already printed a new one. Solana is still the weakest symbol from all three. No, Bitcoin doesn't look too well, too, honestly. It was a deep correction here. Looks like the trade is going without us. God damn it. Maybe I'm too greedy with my limit order. I don't know. A few more bars and I also have to close this. I have to delete this limit order. Also, if we print, maybe take out this high already, then I also as well need to delete the limit order. But game's not over. Let's see. Damn. It's going without us. Man. Ethereum, as I said, we took out the previous day high. Now it gets really interesting. Pull back to this previous day high, and I'm ready. I'm ready for a long. Yeah. We need to delete this order. God damn it. We didn't even grab the liquidity here on Solana. Current New York high. And instant sell-off again here. Well, okay. Ethereum is really performing well today. Showed you within the last days I had some trades. Yeah, not many. 2 on Monday, 3 on Tuesday, and on Wednesday also two trades. Will this be the first day this week where I don't get a signal? Would be typically, honestly. The first time I'm recording a session and no signals. Let's see. This is a nice liquidity grab now. Also on Bitcoin. But you can see that we have a nice uptrend here. Would be tough to try a short in such a strong uptrend. Maybe on Bitcoin. Bitcoin dived low here, printed a lower low, double top. This would be possible. This would be possible, and this is also a signal we're getting right now. I'm thinking about trying a short. Let me check the risk-reward ratio if I place it above the double top. Yeah, this would be the current London low. It's okay. If I place limit order again, I can get to the 2 risk-reward ratio. But it's not very clean. Maybe I will go to a lower target, enter at the middle of the body in this case. But only if we close with a signal bar. The red one you saw. We need to close like this, otherwise I'm not allowed to enter a trade. And I'm also not allowed to enter a trade here on Solana because we didn't grab the liquidity here. So no liquidity sweep, just a random signal bar. It's not enough. And also here. No signals for us. Okay, now I would like to see another liquidity grab. Something like a move down to this low, the current London low, and then a reversal. Then I would look for a long here. This would be great. Ethereum as well. If you go down, take out some of these lows here, the current New York low, would be great. Solana. Was the right decision to not go long here, obviously. So even if we're not getting signals here, you can see that the signals I didn't trade because it wasn't clear enough. It was the right decision. It was the right decision to not go long here on Solana. And yeah, this short, if I would have done this short here, I don't know. We will see if we go down here. Honestly, this on Ethereum is a strong down signal. We have this candle with the small body long wick. It's like a evening star formation, a bit dirty. And this right after we took out the previous day high and printed a new week high. But the trend is too strong for my taste. And that's why I don't want to trade this. Maybe it's not a good decision, but I don't want to trade this. This is not the perfect setup I'm looking for. Okay, maybe we get another liquidity sweep on Ethereum or Solana. This would be what I'm looking for. Take out this low, the current New York low, and then a reversal upwards. Then I would enter a long. And same here on Solana. We have the current New York low here. If we take it out, bounce off. Make it a bit clear here. That's it. This would be my entry signal. Or we get a breakout above the opening range. Then a pullback. Then I would enter along as well. We have a nice target up here, the current week high. Oh, what's going on here? Maybe I should have traded this signal on Ethereum. But yeah, it's always like this. There's always the next trade around the corner, so yeah, I really don't mind if I miss one trade. So yeah, next one will come. My goal is to make at least 2 to 3 R per week. More is good for sure, but I want to do this constantly, and then it's completely enough. I will not risk anything today. Bitcoin is coming down, printing another signal bar here. Mm-hmm. 15-minute close. Interesting as well here on Ethereum, signals downside pressure. But yeah, we have this low. I want to see it taken out. Now it's getting interesting. Ethereum took out the liquidity here at this lower low. If we get a liquidity grab and then print a bullish signal, it would be another long entry signal. Let's see, Bitcoin on the run as well, downwards to the current London low maybe. But too early to say this. Here we go. BTC grabbed the liquidity here at the current New York low, London low. Now it would be the perfect time to print a bullish reversal to go up again. I would really prefer this. Also for my crypto portfolio, honestly. And as you can see, both Ethereum and Solana, they are both weaker than BTC. Both are breaking down below the opening range. Solana even lower. If we now get a pullback to the opening range low, like this here, then bounce off. Oh, sorry. Let me do this again. Yeah. Pull back to the opening range low, then bounce off, and then a candlestick pattern right here. Then I would enter a short. Same on Ethereum. But Ethereum needs to go a bit lower for a real pullback. And Bitcoin here, it still could become a liquidity grab. And even a long signal if we get a bullish signal bar. Bitcoin is going lower, and for sure, alts will follow. And it looks like, yeah, market is going down without us, without the chance to get a short entry signal. We need the pullback. Solana is already too low for a real pullback, I guess. We get another liquidity grab here. Is it already a liquidity grab? I don't think so. Not yet, but very soon, I guess. Yeah. Now liquidity is gone here. There's another interesting level. The New York, the European low. If we get a signal here, maybe better on Ethereum, because here still this level is left. It's not good. But here on Ethereum, it's a very nice liquidity grab. Yeah, the European low taken out. I would still try a long if we get a nice long signal here. It's not perfect, as we printed a lower low here as well, but then another higher high, and then the lower low. But without the pullback and the bearish continuation, a lower high and then a bearish continuation, this could still be just a liquidity grab and then a continuation of the upwards trend. And Ethereum was very strong recently. I would try it if we get a clean signal here. I mean, even this is okay. It's a little bit dirty liquidity grab, but with this buying pressure right afterwards, could become interesting. So this is the candle where we need to close above the previous 5-minute candle here on Ethereum or on Bitcoin. And then we have a good tradable signal. On Ethereum, it would be a strong signal. On BTC, it's a good signal. It's a little bit dirty, the liquidity grab here. But it would be a good signal still. Here we go. As you can see, the TrendPulse Pro detected the Morningstar pattern, the potential Morningstar pattern, with the little blue bar here. But we need to close it with this blue bar. That's the only way. And then we have a very nice target. This higher high. But with this session, I wouldn't be surprised if the market runs without us again. This is nothing. But this is good. Let's take a look. Okay, what we could get here. If we target the current New York high, we have a good risk-reward ratio, even if we enter a market right now. But this might change. Let's take a look on Ethereum. Target the opening range high. It's a really nice target. And also here we have a nice risk-reward ratio. And now we're getting a pin bar here. Oh, that's not nice. Damn. What a tough session, guys. The first session I'm recording for you, and we're struggling to get even one signal. No, I don't think we will get the signal. So Solana grabbed the liquidity as well here, but closed below, so it's already a bit dirty, even if we get a recovery. Not very perfect. No signals so far. Still 40 minutes left for me. So it's not out of question. Can still get a signal. maybe a little pullback on Solana to the opening range low and then bounce off. Why not? Ethereum is still the most interesting because we swept the liquidity, we didn't close below, so we can still pump back upwards, close above this candle with this long upwick, and then we would be back on track. That would enter a long. But a lot of work to do to get this. So right now, I just can do a little stretch and wait. And wait and wait and wait. That's how interesting and exciting trading is, right? It's so exciting. It often looks so flashy. But the reality is often like this. You're just watching the chart, you're waiting for a signal. Yeah. It's work in the end. It's not just fun or, I don't know, a hobby. There are no errors allowed. It's always better to stay at the sideline than to take a loss. I'm a very cautious trader. I need to say this. I know other traders that are trading more signals, also B setups, and they're profitable. You can do this. But I had the best experience with A+ setups only. And few trades, maybe even a short period of time each day where I trade. And then that's completely fine. That's all we need. If you see what happened during the opening range, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, look at this market move. Look at this price action. We went inside the opening range, yeah, down, then upwards, took the liquidity up here, then completely down, grabbed the liquidity down here. So everyone who had his stop loss above here, for example, got liquidated, or stop loss right here got liquidated. Right now, all these people are not in the game anymore. Same on Ethereum, by the way. We even took out the current week high, the previous day high. All the people are not in the game anymore here. The liquidity is not there. It's sitting up here now, and this is a nice target. And we swept the liquidity here as well. So the buyers, they're gone as well. It would be the perfect time to print a bullish reversal here on Ethereum. I would really like to trade this. By the way, Solana interesting as well with this liquidity sweep. Kind of dirty, but a long signal, and I would give it a try. By the way, I'm also sharing my signals here on X. This is my profile. As you can see, I'm logged in. And yeah, you can see the signals from yesterday. The first one was a loser, but the second one played out in the end. Yeah, the target wasn't reached here, and I closed this trade later when the session ended. Then I closed the trade and took the profits home. And that's why I, in the end, was break even yesterday. One loser, one winner, but it was just 1 hour. Yeah, you can also see it here in the table yesterday. One winner, one loser. All in all, no profit like the day before. But then Monday is covering everything right now. But that's fine. 1.57 hour a week would be okay as well. I'm not greedy, especially at the beginning. I'm sure I can do better in a few weeks. So let's have a look here. It's a bit sad that this is not a clean signal here on Bitcoin, because we dived too low. So this is not a liquidity sweep. No. But Ethereum, a bit interesting. We're ranging here a bit. Also Solana, yeah, slightly moving up again here. If we get a signal, one could try along. I would do. But as I already said, only with a clean signal. This would be a signal bar from the trend bars or a first green trend bar here on Ethereum or on Solana. And here it comes. No. Do we get a green trend bar? Ethereum. Not far from a green trend bar. Let's have a check. If we get this green trend bar, let's say we target the session high, then oops, yeah, would be a great trade with great risk reward ratio. But there is no green trend bar. And also on Solana. So great targets here for this trade. Come on. Give me the green trend bar. I just want a green trend bar. It's not much. Just a green trend bar. Why didn't we print this bullish reversal bar here? Huh? On Ethereum or on Solana. Where we have a clean liquidity grab here. Here it is. This is the green trend bar we need. Oh no. Are we pushing upwards instantly again? Will this trade run without us? Solana. Let's give it a check here. Oh man. Good risk reward ratios. But no green trend bars anymore. We didn't close with a green trend bar. Damn. First time I'm recording the session for you, and then this happens. Really? That's crazy. We were so close. So close. And this wasn't the first time when we were so close to a trade, right? It was the first time. Here, where we grabbed this high, and then this candle should have been a reversal bar, but wasn't. And then we went down. It was close. It was close. It even wasn't a nice risk reward ratio. If we check it here, if we would have entered here, let's say, the target always above the high, always. So we had, yeah, that's nothing. One risk reward ratio. Maybe with a limit order like this, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Another try for Solana. Green trend bar. Do you see what's happening here? I'm quite sure we will print another low. And it was completely right to not enter here without a green trend bar. It's really important to wait for a clean signal. Only clean signals. Often it feels like it's okay. This candle closed above the previous two candles maybe. Yeah, it's not bad. But the algorithm doesn't give us the signal, the green trend bar we need. So no, we're not entering here. Looks like Bitcoin wants up. We're printing a bullish continuation bar. Okay, now it's a green trend bar again, but in between it was this turquoise bar, if you have seen it. This light blue bar. But I want Ethereum to print the first green trend bar. this would be the signal I want to trade. Looks the best from all three charts here, all three symbols. But no. Only 10 minutes left for me. So I think if I get a signal, if I enter a trade, then it will be on Ethereum. If we print a green trend bar, but I will not push it. If not, then no trades for me today. Sometimes it is how it is. This is the last chance. Green trend bar. By the way, also here on the 15-minute chart, we have this bar, which just was a signal bar. It would be another good sign that Ethereum is the right choice for a long trade. Let's check the risk-reward ratio. Always below the low stop loss, and then we target the session high, and we have a risk-reward ratio of 2.88. That's great. Even if we have to enter a bit higher, no problem. I think we can get it. It's still valid. As I said, we need a risk-reward ratio of at least 2. Still fine. Okay. Let's go. That's our trade here. We closed above this range, this high. That's really great. It's a great signal. We have a nice target. It's the best chance in this session. We have a 2.12 risk-reward ratio, which is above 2, so it's fine. Let's see. But only 5 minutes left from this session, and I will not close the trade, but I will stop the recording afterwards. So maybe you will not see the outcome of this trade. But let's see. Let's see what we can do within the next 5 minutes. Maybe something is possible. Honestly, we could have entered the trade on Solana as well. It's an okay signal here, but I'm fine. This whole session is very volatile, and I feel more comfortable like this with just one trade with this choppy session. But, oh, you see, it's not bad. It's a good start here. Maybe we can make it within the next 5 minutes, and you will see a winner. It's starting very well here with this trade. Honestly, Bitcoin runs up. It would be perfect. It would have been perfect to have a long on Bitcoin, but there wasn't the clean signal, and we only trade clean signals. So that's why I'm completely fine here with Ethereum, because here it was clean. We had a push back inside the opening range, close above this range here, this whole thing with a green trend bar. So this was fine. We have this bullish continuation bar on the 15-minute chart, which is a further confirmation. And you can see that instantly after I entered the trade, the market went up. So it means nothing here. Yeah, the session is long and the target is is up here. So there's a lot of space. A lot can happen, but it's a good start. It's instantly a good sign that we're moving in the right direction. Okay, guys, 2 minutes left for me. I don't think we will see the target, but that's no problem. I will show you in the next session how this went out, if it was a winner or not. And that's also why you definitely should subscribe to this channel to not miss out the next session, where I hopefully will find some more signals. And if you have questions about anything I talked about here in this session, about the strategy, about the signals, about the indicators, then drop it in the comments below. I will answer all your questions, no problem. That's why I'm doing this here. I could trade for my own, honestly. I don't need to record myself, but I want to show you how this system works, how the strategy works. It's such a great system with these indicators as well. And I want to showcase how it works for you, because there are so many providers out there with low quality indicators, strategies, a lot of fancy guru, shiny stuff. And this is real edge here. This comes from a friend of mine with over 25 years of trading experience. He's a real guru. He worked for hedge funds. And yeah, his passion was trading. His passion is trading, and that's why he started a company providing this system. And I'm part of his team. And I'm trading the system. We're all trading the system ourselves as well, the whole team. There are also a lot of traders that are using the system who got access from us and achieving. They have very good results already, honestly. A lot of them passed PropFirm challenges. A lot of them got even payouts. I can show you our Discord. Just a quick look inside the wins channel. Here you can see just recently, this is a winning streak from Sammy, for example. So Bruno is very, here you can see his P&L. He's trying an Apex challenge. And yeah, a lot of good setups. A lot of people trying this and having good gains. So you could be one of them. Access, you can get access through the link in the description, by the way, of this video. But now let's dive back into the charts one time before it's over. The trade is playing out very well. My time is over now, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. Next time I will show you how this played out. And if we take a look, if I get one winner today with just 2R, even just 1R, I'm at 2.57R this week. This would be great. I can also tell you that I will not risk anything here. If I get a contrarian signal, let me show you. Would be something like, let's say we print a high here, then go down a bit. Then, damn it, let me draw it again. Down here, then we take out the high again, and then we get a liquidity sweep and the bearish signal. Then I would take the profits home here, for example, if I get such a contrarian signal. I will not risk anything. And I will close this trade at the end of the session in a few hours. So this is always the game, day trading. At the end of the session, close your trades, take the profits home, and that's it. And with this said, I hope you liked it. And stay tuned for the next sessions. And yeah, I see you on the next one.